here we are back again. Masters Coliseum, Chinese qualifier, lower bracket, semi-final. Both players here qualified for this event via open qualifier, but now one of them has to go. In the upper left, we have Life. In the upper right, we have WFZ scouting with a ghoul already. And as I said before, we have a Demon Hunter and DK standard hero choice. The third Undead Night Elf in a row here. I'm a little late to the party, so Remo, what happened so far?
Well, it was only this matchup so far. Might be an entire day with only Undead versus Night Elf. That would be pretty sick, actually. I don't think I've ever had a cast like that before. So, how did WFZ play? He played pretty un-WFZ-esque for a few of those games. He played more creep-heavy, not so aggressive anymore. Played worms, fast worms, slower worms. But a lot of A-bombs as well, so at least as far as that goes, he's staying true to his style. Some expansions here and there, but mostly he seems to be not playing as aggressively anymore, so that means not going for the DK running over immediately, not going for that 5-6 ghoul pressure, but gathering up some experience himself. As I say that, of course, in this game he's not doing it.
Okay, so I put up a text here so you guys see who is playing. The least I can do. It's 0-0, right? Put up
Yeah, it must be.
Yeah, of course. So at least we have a score and stuff like that. Life going for a Shadow Priest here. Kind of interesting. But of course, with the piercing damage. Makes sense, and with the spell and healing, so you can save some Moon Juice. Tier 2 tech on the way. WFC once again very aggressive with his DK, or not very aggressive, but, you know, poking a little into the Night Elf. Delaying his creeping here and there, and creeping at the same time with his ghouls. So what would you say about Life's performance today? Like, GCS Life? I don't think so. Not as bad, but...
No. But, I mean, we didn't see the first game against 1-0, and the second one, you know, he got surrounded twice, and it's kind of over.
Yeah. Okay.
So it was a little too early to tell, but not super crisp on point, I guess.
All right. Shadowhunter survives here, though. I think WFZ could have gotten it with a few more Frostmourne hits. On the other side, Ring of Protection for him. DK goes away. And so everything is slowing down a little, or Life is getting some more room to breathe here. Level 2 already, as it oftentimes is for the Demon Hunter early. So on this map, who do you favor?
I think this is a very balanced map. The one issue is the merchant, maybe? With only one invul. No, I think the bigger problem is the Night Elf Expo presents such a great path of attack for the undead. But overall, very balanced map.
Alright, so almost a lasted here for WFZ against the Ogre, but he got the item at least, experience for the Demon Hunter, who climbs up to level 2.3 actually. So pretty good progress for him, but WFZ is not forgetting about his experience gain either, creeping once more simultaneously. Demon Hunter goes for the boots. Remo, you will love that, of course.
Dude, so many boots skipped today, Neo. I was getting frustrated.
Yeah, now I'm here and everything is back to not to normal, but you know.
Dude, we had one game where there was actually ghouls going into the main for lore cancels. Couldn't believe you were not here.
Oh, too bad. So yeah, restreaming of course always a little weird to not have camera control. I feel kind of rusty actually. Tier 3 tech on the way for WFZ. Entrance of lore for Life, so normal matchup here I guess. Not a big goulash, but he's putting out the Naga. Is he expecting an expansion already? Like, he moves immediately to the Night Elf expansion.
I guess he's just looking for his opponent creeping or an expo, whatever he can find that he can't punish, he's looking to punish, but Life's on the opposite side of the map, so he's not finding much of anything. I guess he can at least steal his opponent's camp.
Yeah. That's the least he can get. But of course, as it's WFZ, he gets the Ring of Protection, the Lord of the Rings, and now it's a double Naga once more. We've seen this today with 1-0 versus Shishi. Maybe they're getting ready for the non-panda patch that is coming. But WFZ is quite in trouble here. Naga dropping down to 50%. Archers are joining the fray as well. There is no way of saving her, as it oftentimes is. When two Nagas meet, one of them is going to die, but more and more archers are falling as well. How many ghouls can he pick up? He got at least one, but she's out of range. Not the best micro here by Life. As he forgot to move her further, and nice block from the undead to keep the Demon Hunter and Naga away from the remaining ghouls.
And there once again, Demon level 3 plus boots. That's like the mid-game killer of the Naga. That's why I don't like undeads going blindly for the Naga. If the Demon's stuck on level 2 and ideally doesn't have boots, she's really good. But like that, she just died. At least he kept Life away from creeping for a while. He killed 2 archers. But I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think it was blind, because he saw him at level 2 at the marketplace. He knew he got the ogre, so he must have had an idea that he's at least level 2.4 or something. And then he had a lot of time, so I think he knew that this Demon Hunter was at a good level already.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just a Naga second hater. I'm getting more accustomed to the Naga third. I actually kind of like that. Go for Naga third and play aggressively with like 50, 55 supply. Because then Cold Arrow is still really good. But if it goes to the late game, if it goes to, let's say, 70 supply, if the Naga is level 2, especially for undead, she like does nothing. Yeah, I see issues with that hero, but we'll see.
All right, we go quick bears for Life. So not too many dryads here, just a little bit of control. And then melee anti-ground units. On the other side, we see the first fiends already, which is kind of gotten, not out of meta, but fiends arrive very, very late. I mean, he is on tier 3 already, so it's not a early fiend or anything, but earlier than usual, I would say.
Yeah, I was really surprised earlier by a 1-0 versus Shishi on TM. He like stopped making fiends at one point. It was only A-bombs and destroyers against a whole bunch of dryads. Such a sick game, dude, with 2 level 6 heroes, everybody level 5.
Oh boy. Yeah. Seems like I missed quite a bit today.
A couple of good ones, yeah.
Usually it's the other way around. Like when you're not there, then the games are beyond crazy, but all right.
At least you also had a lot of fun and a good time in the office, right?
Dude, it was not the good day. Almost level 3 DK, but not yet. Life is not pushing, but we found a pendant of energy here for the Death Knight, which is of course nice. 420 mana, blazing it. And the Lich arrived, and he has the Orb of Corruption, so the power spike for the undead is near. Levels, though? I don't think he has Fork Lightning, does he? Don't know if she's 2 already.
I don't believe so. Demon trying to be annoying here, but against double slow is a little bit dangerous. Yeah. Of course, I'm far behind you.
It's double level 3 for Life now, so pretty good damage. Right-click-wise, of course, on both heroes. Area of effect against the ghouls. And I saw one game earlier on Last Refuge. Don't really remember who was playing, but man, Fork Lightning against ghouls is pretty good.
I think that was WZ versus
Shishi. Yeah, probably. Yeah. That sounds right. Expansion is coming. WFZ is far, far away, and I think he has a good time. Wait, counter expansion immediately.
WFZ style.
Yeah. It's still weird to see.
Sorry, but forgot about Stillschweigen, 4-month resub, and DJCW subbing for the first time. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much. Here comes the 50 supply push from WFC. He seems to have a good idea that the expansion is coming up. He has the triple hero, he has the destroyer, he has a good amount of ghouls with frenzy, and 1 lonely fiend, plus a statue on the ground for healing. So is this enough against 2 bears, 2 dryads? I think it is. Wow, that nuke was pretty insane. Can he block with the ghoul? No, he can't. So the Demon Hunter gets out. Has an invul as well, but can he pop it? Maybe. Yes, he has to with a coil. Well done, but there's Reju as well. But he dispelled it before the invul potion was there. So that's nice. The Demon Hunter is super low now. That gives WFZ a lot of time to attack. But the ghouls are already low. If Life can come back with a Fork Lightning, like 3 ghouls are dying instantly. And that is 50% of the damage against this Tree of Life. But doesn't look like Life wants to defend this anymore. No repair. Rather a counterattack, as it seems. But yeah, this Tree of Life is toast. But can he cancel the undead one? That's the question now.
Yeah, pretty sick how it's a pretty small undead army, but he forced the demon away so early. And I wonder, like, live, why did he run in so head first with the demon hunter? Couldn't he have gone with the bears in first? Of course, it takes a little bit longer.
Yeah, I
don't
think
know
he
that
wanted.
he had to give up this tree so easily.
I think he wanted to prevent the ghouls from rushing in. It had to be quick. I don't know.
I guess so.
Undead expansion canceled as well. And the Night Elf has shop control. So these, you saw the nuke. Invul potions now, incredibly important. But the Demon Hunter's quite a good tank with 2 rings of protection here, and he keeps them. Maybe has to sell it for another Tree of Life soonish.
Interesting spot now. We were going towards a 2-base game, and now we're back to 1 base. And there's barely any creeping that can be done anymore, bottom right, but that's it.
Oh, bad timing for WFZ. He runs into the turtle, starts to creep, and at the same exact second, Life is starting his attack against the again upcoming expansion for WFZ. At least he gets the expo. At least he gets more progress on his DK. I think it was another Ring of Protection here, +3. Yes, it is. No counter expansion from Life. He has a good amount of bears, so I think he can do damage in the main now.
Always a dangerous proposition, though. But I imagine he has a TP to get out should he need to.
Yeah, he must have, I think. Against Nova, against Frost Arrow. It's kind of a suicide squad if you run into that. But he gets the Slaughterhouse, so no more stat use, no A-bomb transition, no wagon transition for quite a long time. And WFC is almost out of lumber, so he has to do damage now, but boom, the next Fork Lightning shreds the ghouls, or most of them. And he has to withdraw them. 2 destroyers are, of course, nice against the bears here, but there seems to be a good anti-air as well with the Demon Hunter and, of course, Naga. But he turns around. Does he really want to take that fight? Nuke against the DH as well, but he has an invul, uses it now. Fork Lightning rattles through. And now the bears are there. One gets sniped because he was not in master form, but staffed out, so he doesn't lose that one. But the next one falls here. Mana burn against all the heroes here. No more mana on the undead heroes. This is not an easy fight for WFZ at all. And he's not only losing his slaughterhouse, but also the town portal. Just buying some time for the expansion. He's kind of stubbornly going for this expo. I don't know why.
Yeah, I really don't think he has to.
No. Oh, but he's re-engaging here. This could be quite a few pickups, but Life Man, such good control, and most likely scouting as well. Seeing this again, but he has to take this fight now. Ghouls are repaired, I would say. Healthy again. This time the DH has no TP, and also no invul potion, but there was a staff, and the TP was on the Naga. He's getting 1 bear, and that's about it. He couldn't cancel the expo this time, so it comes through with a Necropolis. So I guess WFZ is a bit smarter than we are and was the right choice to do so.
Yeah, but Life saw that, or he had a sentry there for such a long time. I guess he thought he could take the fight in the middle and then cancel after. But that was a false assumption.
Oh, and the DK gets the invul now. And no counter expansion at sight for Life. He's going at 60 supply now. Going for more Dryads as there are more and more Destroyers coming, who are, of course, a nice counter to Bears. You can almost every time steal the Reju or Raw, so they're gonna have mana. It's funny how much mana WFZ is spending on the DH. Like, also in the game against Shishi, he was doing that over and over and over again with not too much success, I gotta say. And here, the next fight, Fork Lightning against the Ghouls, as it should be. One of the Destroyers is retreating to the upper right. 1 bear is already out of the fight, so he has the supply advantage now, Live, but he has to do something with it, and my stream is lagging. Oh, damn.
Pretty inopportune time. Hopefully he's gonna be back in a moment.
Trying my best, guys. There we go. Stream is back. Naga is super hurt. Fiend saved. And I think this bear is gonna fall. But WFZ is still at 50 here. Oh, 2 heroes in trouble. He has only 1 coil. Of course, the Naga can't be coiled. Blocks himself a little. A lot of damage towards the Lich. And there's no way WFZ can still take this fight. There's so many Dryads. And I think the Demon Hunter cleaned the Acolytes. Yep, exactly. Second crypt, by the way, interestingly, for faster fiend transition, most likely. So if he can kill a few fiends here, that should be an easy game. Riju again, far out of range from the destroy, but he moves back in. Here's the dispel, so the DH stays on 50%, but there's no mana. He did such a good job with the mana burns. And the Naga falls. That should be the beginning of the end for WFZ, if I'm not mistaken. A-bombs are coming, but man, there's not much to work with here for the undead side. And the Naga loss, of course, big. Good movement for the Demon Hunter, who walks right in front of that A-bomb that didn't have a long lifespan here at all. And the tower is not up. We still have 3 Siege Bears and a nice right-clicking Demon Hunter. This expansion has not paid off at all. Coil to kill the bear. Was that a misclick? I don't know, but certainly not a good idea to not save it for the Lich. Can he reach with the Dryad? He's trying to. But the DK is doing a good job of blocking here, so the Demon Hunter can't reach, and at least the third hero remains alive, but the Naga gone. Third hero, not level 3. He bought time for that tower, but it's only a slow tower. And this Expo will fall.
It looks like it, but it was so close, man. If he only had like 1 more minute, if there's maybe 1 or 2 towers there, if he can stand on the Blight, he has like 6 more supply. This could have all been very different.
WFZ is coming back in with the few things that he has left, but where's the Lich? Completely out of position. Losing him there. GG 1-0 for life. Dude, there was a commercial coming. It was a huge baby. I was so scared for a second. So WFZ is facing elimination here. And yeah, very, very stubborn play.
I guess it started off with a counter expo, and then he thought, well, I killed your expo. I guess I'm just going to try my own expansion. But he never seemed to have, like, that big amount of units that he needed in the end.
Yeah, he tried it like 3 times to go for that expo. In the end, I think it did work, but on what cost?
Yeah. I'm trying to get this better stream to work. Let's see.
All right. Thank you, Cooksy, for the 5-month resub. Keep up the good work. Long live Warcraft 3. And Mats Booze for 4 months. Any chance of a Back to Warcraft offline event in Europe? We need quite a bit of money for that, or we do it like the super amateur way. Kind of hoping for my roommates to like leave for a weekend or so we could gather, I don't know, 5 Germans or so, and we could do it in my place. It's big enough for sure. But then, of course, we don't have like good quality camera and microphones and stuff. Offline events cost a lot of money. I don't know if Germans are willing to pay for their own travel and stuff.
I mean, travel inside Germany isn't too expensive though, right?
That is true. Depends on where you are coming from and how comfortable you want to have it, I guess. That stopped for me as well.
Is it finally working? Oh,
it is?
It might be. Is it just a black screen right now?
Okay, I was, was the same for me. I was restarting the stream because of it. But apparently it's just a black screen.
Ah, yeah, now I see the in-game. Oh, finally!
Oh, yeah!
Thank Jesus H. Christ.
So this the game starts for me right now.
Yeah, me too.
Nice.
And here comes the altar.
Okay, I'm like a tiny bit behind you even, I guess.
I can spoil you now. Gonna ruin your day, Neo. Oh, nice.
Oh, dude, my day is already so shit. There's not much to ruin anymore.
We can thank another few subscribers here. That's at least very nice about today. Crooksy with the 5 months. He says, keep up the good work.
And now you realize that I just said it.
Yeah. Sorry. I was busy with trying to get the stream to work. But you're right, dude. This quality is amazing.
Yeah, it's really good.
Is that the new business model of Douyu? For good streams, you have to pay?
That has, like, for me, it has been the same forever. Like, this has been the case forever for me. Or at least it's like, if you're locked in, you get good quality or something. I don't know how that is. So, Life in red in the upper left with the match points here in the lower bracket semi-final. WFZ fighting for survival. If he loses this map, he's out of Masters Coliseum and has no chance for a chunk of these $28,000 anymore. Well, I guess there's a wildcard qualifier, but that's gonna be tough as well. True. The competition is fierce. We only have 8 players for that tournament, for that big tournament. Kind of a shame, right? It's like the biggest prize money tournament we have, and it's only 8 players allowed to be there. It feels more elite, I guess, that way.
True.
So you have to be the best in the qualifiers to make it there. Yeah, but should still gather the best players in the world. And there's no TBC or something.
But especially for Korea and China, it's kind of rough, like where so many players have to fight for that one spot.
They're like, either Lolite, Focus, or Lin will not be there. That is, or 2 out of the 3. That's pretty rough, but they got Moon there, plus 1 more. Interesting how WFZ is passive now. Like creeping the little green one.
Yeah, it's... Did he scout with a ghoul? Yeah, he did, right?
I think so.
I think he scouted with a ghoul. He attacked the one Moonwell. Yeah, you can creep the ogres with 4 ghouls immediately and finish it before the demon comes. You can't do it with 3. And if you scout with 1 ghoul, you can't use 4 to creep because it's just too expensive. So I guess he wanted to get the scout off and not be vulnerable to attack. Because if you creep that with only 3, then the demon can come in, can maybe kill a ghoul. That's annoying. So he's playing it very safe. But now he is moving across.
Exactly. Slow start, but now he wants more action. That's very unusual for AI. I mean, it's 6 ghouls. It's not like a double crypt rush or something.
Do you have the stream muted?
Yes.
But there's no casting going on. It's just the what's it called? The feedy feed.
Okay, cool. Even better.
So he's going for that Moonwell. Mass repair. Is it good enough? It's going to cost a lot of Wisp life. So far 1 has died, I think, but that was a detonate, and he does save that Moonwell. Well done by Life. But so far, I believe all ghouls are still breathing. Do ghouls breathe? They're corpses, I'm not sure.
Well, he saved the one in the back, but actually he keeps them all alive, and I think 2 or 3 Wisps died, and he was in tech, so he doesn't want to cancel it for those 3 Wisps, so he will most likely end up lumber-starved, at least a little. So maybe the lores are late, or the second hero is late.
Graveyard seems to be coming up in time. Tier 2, not quite sure. Should be a little bit ahead of the undead, perhaps. But pretty even between the 2. Question is, can the demon get to level 3? Neo, you know how much I love my demon on level 3. Give him some boots as well. Oh, yeah, baby. And
yeah, on this map, I don't know if you need it too much, because, like, you're creeping anyway, but... I don't really know if you need it. But if they go for double Naga again, then yeah, of course, I can see that.
Boots always good, dude. Boots best item.
But if you creep for like 80% of the game, do you really need boots?
But I don't think you should. I think you go level 3, you creep your second hero, and you annoy with the demon. It's so strong. Strong strategy.
Okay.
Final level 2 for the DK here at his gold mine. He is almost an entire level behind his opponent. Life would love to find level 3 somewhere else to keep this gold mine for his second hero. Is he going to be that patient, though? And what does he do in the meantime? Seems like he's going to start it even with just the demon.
Yeah. Pendant of Energy for the DK once again, so he's certainly not unlucky with his items. Demon Hunter close to 3, and then it gets kind of dangerous. We do have a second hero. I'm pretty sure it's a Naga. Yes, there we go.
Yep.
Yep. Sesame Street.
And yeah, she's gonna be safe to take this. Not scouting well enough, perhaps. WFZ here. Skeleton usage is a little underwhelming. Oh, she's gonna lose the Ancient of War to the creeps?
Yeah.
Whoopsie! That's really not supposed to happen. You can ideally use that thing for 3 more creep camps.
I thought the same.
Maybe
Maybe
he
it was
busy with the demon in the middle.
Exactly. Yeah, he wanted to get some last hits, wanted to mana burn perfectly, which I don't know, didn't work out too well. He wants
But he's slowing this down a lot. Can he come in with a Naga here to steal this camp? He might be able to.
Naga is quite fast. He has no mana anymore for a coil, so he is relying on right clicks now, which is of course hard against Naga and Demon Hunter. Oh, Demon Hunter gets 3, but he's so low and has to TP out. Can he still get it? I don't think so, right? No, he didn't get it.
This is pretty reminiscent of the earlier game between 1-2-0 and Shishi, where they were battling in the middle with the Nagas.
Yeah.
So TP gone, always a danger. And life, he is one of those greedy night elves who likes to not buy it back. Something to keep in mind for WFZ as well.
True that, but he has to stay passive now. He doesn't have a statue on the ground yet. His heroes are low, he has no mana, he has 50% HP, not a big force, and yeah, so he has to slow this down. Good item for life, with his Demon Hunter being so low. Getting a health stone here for more regions, save some moon juice. We'll love to see how far his tier 3 is, and what his strategy in general is.
If he had the Ancient of War still alive now down south, he could have like another camp. That would be so good for him. But he lost it earlier. Happens to the best.
Yeah, he's kind of wasting some time, I guess, running across the map from red spot to red spot, but he's not punished for that at all, and WFZ is not getting much stuff done either. The expansion was already gone on the right side, so he has to go for the shop, which is not the best item you can find, also not the most experience you can get. Oh, this is so nice for him now, getting those heal wards. Oh, baby!
That's really, really good. If he stays down south, though, to creep the remainder, that would be really greedy. That would be pushing it. Yeah. He must know tier 3 is around the corner. He doesn't have the TP anymore. Everything's low. But he's still staying there. Alright. And he's not getting punished.
Yeah, he can creep something. He can go for an invul, I guess. He has the resources for it. WFZ is getting the mercenary camp in the upper right, which is always nice to have, but this will take some time. It doesn't have that much anti-air. I don't know if the Lich arrive, but otherwise it's only the Naga.
And once again, on AI, we wait until the 2 halves are crept.
So what do your boots do now, huh?
Yeah, well, he could have not dropped down to 50 HP, and then he could have harassed.
Or they saved him from the kills.
But when you don't play Panda, I guess it's fine to not solo creep the second hero.
Yeah. So this did take some time for WFZ, and there's, like, what can he do now? There's not much to creep and nothing effective to creep on that side of the map. But of giant strength. Okay, again, like, I've seen so many nukes from WFZ that this is a pretty good item, I guess.
I think so too. He likes going for those hero kills.
Yeah.
That undead player. Lich level 1 only, barely any experience though. Wisps in the middle, seeing the army movement. At the moment, there's very little incentive for anybody to fight, really. Like, there's no big power spike coming, there's no Frostrum on the way, there's no expansion to attack, there's no big camps left to fight over. Could be a bit of camping here coming up.
Yeah, WFZ surely doesn't want to overcommit. Like, if he's losing a fight now because he goes in too early, that would be kind of a disaster for him. Because then he's out, obviously, and life is nowhere near fighting shape. Yeah, he's getting there, I guess, with Master Bears now, but only 1 Dryad? Is that enough?
And the archers here could die very quickly, but normally WZ goes for the bears in the front line immediately, or for the heroes. Demon greeting him nicely with 1 burn. But still decent mana here. The Lich full mana, gonna eat one of those burns as well though. And second statue being morphed. No statues on the ground. No healing at all. All right, Fog Lightning coming in against the ghouls. Good damage. He's pulling them back. But they're coming back into the meat grinder. Heal scroll being used by the undead to help out those ghouls. But the bears in the front, on the ground, they're not being touched, and they're all still pretty healthy. The archers are dying, but the more important, more valuable units for the Night Elf are still alive. Last second staff means it's not ready for the demon, but he should, of course, have that staff TP out. He gets one more bear on his way home, and the rest of his units will survive, killing an archer as well. Pretty even fight. Losing ghouls versus losing archers, and the most important pieces remain alive.
Yeah, I think the ghouls did what they're supposed to do. Killed the archers in the back to have less damage against the destroyers. So life is kind of forced to go into dryads now because you certainly don't want to rebuild the archers now. That means less bears in the near future. That means the fiends should survive longer. That means in general more damage.
Yeah. A-bombs are gonna come out soon, I guess. This is WFZ after all. Lich hits his level 2. Helps him out a little bit, but not too much. Is this where life expands? If he expands, of course, it's going to get scouted. And then he's going to have to fight against the timing that the undead can fashion.
Oh,
we're just going to stay on one base.
The Demon Hunter is already level 4. There is a red dot moving towards the expansion, so this certainly does look like an expo, and yeah, why not? He can contain him here, close to his own base. With a Demon Hunter like that, he has +2 armor, he has plus, 90 HP. He's level 4 with evasion level 2, and he has the health stone, so this hero alone can buy so much time for life now.
Yeah, he's extremely tanky. WZ has to pay attention to the inventory because focusing this DH is a massive mistake.
Yeah, exactly.
He has level 2 evasion, dude. He has 1.18k HP. You're not killing this guy, not in any efficient manner.
Especially not with a Lich this low. I like how life has some kind of scout on the other expansion in the upper right, so he knows if he goes for a sneaky expansion or something, because of course he sees a lot now, but it's nighttime, so if you move an Acolyte to the far right, think maybe you don't see it, so better safe than sorry for him. And of course he can go for shop control here now.
So now it's WFZ's choice. Does he counter expand in typical WFZ fashion, or is he gonna all in this? He hasn't scouted it yet, has he? But I mean, it is very predictable that there's a Tree of Life coming up. But he hasn't actually seen it, I don't think.
No, I don't think so either. There's no shade, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, he must know, and he's gathering his troops, 64 supply now. This looks like a pretty strong push that's to come. Abomination is there, 4 fiends, 2 statues, 2 destroyers. That's quite nice. Demon Hunter moves in and out to get a better glimpse here. 2 abominations now. Man, 67 supply. Okay, now the Demon Hunter knows the boys are coming. Still buying some more time. This expansion is not
He was tanking the entire army.
Yep.
It's fine, though.
Yep. A-bomb is blocking. That's not too bad. And he staffs him out before using the health stone. Of course, you want to save it for a fight or something. But now, a lot of moon juice is gone. But also a lot of mana on the other side.
Yeah, he got 2 burns, plus a Nova. That's more than 300 mana. That's good. I think even a coil. Anyways, here's the fight, and this is a really good position for the undead. In this little choke, hard for the Dryads to reach the destroyers, hard for the bears to get past the A-bombs.
Yeah, the A-bombs, one of the best blockers in the game with their big collision size. Especially in a choke like this. Naga's level 3, Demon Hunter's level 4. This is not too bad. How much damage can you do against this expo? So far, nothing, because everything is distracted here from the army. Fog Lightning and a bear is dead. He used the staff before. Naga for WFZ leveling up to level 3 as well, so a lot more AoE damage here.
2 bears are gone, but there's still 3 standing, and the mana is dropping lower and lower here for the undead, getting burned as well. DK tried to stay in the back to not get burned, but he did in the end. But now the front line almost all disappeared on both sides, and this is where the demon does drop low and does become vulnerable despite all of his health. He's trying to get to the Moonwell, and he will sip up in time. Which will win out here? Which ranged army?
Oh yeah, the Dryads, of course, kind of support to the Fiends, but man, there's still a lot of damage, and he can't get that one burrowed here. But the Demon Hunter, does he have the stone? Yes, he does, trying to go for the Lich, but there is another coil. Moon Juice here is empty, so next hero that falls will most likely decide the game. Staff out again. Lots and lots of Dryads. The bear didn't actually heal, and he dies immediately, level 4 in the decay. And now the Dryads just can run.
So many Dryads, a lot of piercing damage. But against the Naga and the Lich and the Fiends, they're also vulnerable. However, there's barely any Fiends left. The Demon, the raid boss, is back again here. No Hellstone anymore, but probably gonna grab up an invul here if it's available.
Also,
He has it already.
Yeah, there's no normal damage in the army of WFZ anymore, so taking out buildings is not that easy. He has to focus on the army first. He's completely ignoring the Dryads for the most part, which is quite interesting, because it's good experience, and you really want a lot of experience. Saving the Destroyer here for the next Bear Slayer to come. Staff out the Demon Hunter again. For the third time in this.
And he gets one Dryad. He may get a second here with this block. It's good. He gets two. That's a nice grab here, but of course the Expo, it's running and running, and for once there is no counter expansion coming up.
64 supply for life as well. I'm really surprised that he doesn't want to focus on the Dryads more to get fast level 5 maybe? Or faster-ish to level 5. On the other hand, I don't know exactly the XP bars.
I think he's still far away from level 5. And I think the reason he goes for the bears, it looks like, does that make so much sense? You know, he invests Coil Nova, Fog Lightning, sometimes all of it into the bears. Yeah. But they're slowed. They're unlikely to get out. At least they're going to require a staff to get away. Whilst the Dryads, if life is quick enough with his micro, he can kite them backwards, and then the Fiends are going to be in a worse position. This is where Frostworms would be amazing. Frostworms slow down the bears, and then you can outmaneuver them. You can go for the backline. But WFZ, as the day goes on, he is back to his old style. No worms involved.
So yeah, we have two Abominations. The position is worse than before because it's a big and open space, but he has the shop control here, going for the bears once again, fighting against the ghouls, as it oftentimes is. Staff out, so the Demon Hunter can't be staffed at the moment, but he does have an invul.
He's drawing so much fire here on him. Still with that invul, he is so tanky, and WFZ... stubborn, once again it seems like. It didn't pay off, the Demon survived, the Lich is dead, the A-bomb to follow, he even sees the Borrowed Fiend with a Sentry Ward or a Dust or something, and this looks like the end. It started off promising for WFZ, but now it seems to be all but over. Late game wagon coming in, can that change the tide? I doubt it. Another A-bomb seems to be vulnerable here as well. If the DK falls, of course, all's over. He will get away, but not much else.
Naga is close to 5 here. 2 bears are hurt, so can he get some pickups? No. The Obsidian statue's most likely just forgotten. And dead it is. Yeah, what can he do now? There's so many Dryads. The most damage he has is magic and, of course, his heroes. But the DK can't really join the fight. GG! This is WFZ out of Masters Coliseum. And this is Life advancing. So we get Life versus Yoshishi in the lower bracket final, determining the opponent of 1-2-0, who's already in the grand final.
What a shame. It looked so good today for WFZ at times, but he, in the end, really put anything on the board.
Yeah, I think he was very, very stubborn with his play style. Lots of expansions, lots of hero focus, and next to that, not really creative. We know him for super interesting creep routes. Maybe it wasn't the games that you casted solo, but okay, this one was kind of interesting, starting with the green camp, but apart from that, not too impressed with his play today.
And finally, we're going to see a different matchup. It's going to be the Night Elf Mirror coming up next, where Life should be the favorite as well. Certainly. That could be an all-out bear mirror, couldn't it?
Shishi likes to go talents, as far as I know. I know a lot of people said that Shishi is always playing bears, but that's not right. So we'll see about that. I think we go for a little break here as well, as the Chinese are going for commercials once more. And then, will you stay, by the way?
Until
Or one?
5, yeah.
Until 5. All right. I thought you have to be there at 5, so that's even better. So Remo and Neo stay until, of course, the end. And we'll be right back here at Back to Warcraft.